camera. And we'll start lying down. You can have the whole room. Let's lie down. One hand on your heart, one on your belly, or wherever needs extra love and attention. Allow the knees to rest in towards each other. If your knees are bent, allow this to be a gesture of acknowledging you have the strength and enthusiasm to show up on your mat today. Showing up for yourself so you could show up for others in the way that you would like. Welcoming the support of the ground and welcoming the support of your breath, allowing yourself to be supported inside and out. If you like to add in the mantra that we did the other day, each inhale to yourself, I am energized. And each exhale, I am nourished. Allow the breath to be an invitation to not only be invigorated and energized, but also nourished with this self-awareness, this laboratory of play, inviting in a sense of curiosity and playfulness. And allow the movement of your breath to support the movement of your body with that mantra, whatever other mantra you would like, whatever affirmations you would like. Invigorated, energized, and nourished. Release your arms to your sides, palms up, couple windshield wipers side to side with your knees. Let's ease our way into our bodies. Allow this to be a practice of coming home. And let's bring the knees to center. Again, let the knees rest in towards each other. Bring your palms together, fingertips to the sky. Plug the shoulder blades down. Little rocking side to side to free up your shoulder blades. Keep your head and chest still. Keep the fingertips in one line. 3 more times. Yay. And then center, reach right fingertips up, reach the right shoulder blade up, squeeze your elbows towards straight, and switch. Might even be creating a little bit of heat in between your hands and alternating which shoulder blade lifts and which one lowers. And then release your arms by your sides in a big T position. Bring your feet together, knees together. Right knee hugs into your chest without using your hands, and then left knee. Lower your knees to the right. And then exhale, using your core, bring it to center. Again, lower to the right, same side. Stay here or extend your left leg to the right. Bend the left knee, using your core to bring it to center. Good, couple more rounds. You can add in the turning of your head. We're using this breath and movement rhythm to help us center and ground. Oh, you have to dance around the ball. I'll move the ball. Let's stay with the knees to the right. And now gaze at your left fingertips. And curl your left fingertips in and bend your left elbow. And then slide your hand across your chest and reach past your right fingertips. And then do a big floppy circle. Yeah, feel free to move your mat if you need. We got space. Moving it around, big floppy circle. Curling the fingertips, bend the elbow, sliding your arm, your hand across your chest and your arm, and then big floppy circle. Do that 3 more times. Own breath. So really, yeah, taking your hand and sliding across your chest, across your skin. You're mapping out your body, using touch as a way to inhabit your body. Yeah, you can come closer if you want. It's all good. You won't be on camera if you come closer. Yeah, you won't. You shouldn't be, I know. Yeah. You will still be hidden. Yeah, you won't be on camera if you come closer if you want. And then we'll meet center and other side. So lower your knees to the left and using the sides of the waist and ribs to the ground to bring it to center instead of leading the movement from your knees. And you can, again, extend out your right leg to the left. Maintaining a sense of groundedness of the shoulder blades down to the ground. And let's meet knees to the left. Turn your gaze to the right. Curl your fingertips in, bend your elbow. Slide your right hand across your chest. Reach past your left fingertips. And a big floppy circle around. Let's do that about 4, 5 more times. Big floppy circle. We're prepping ourselves to support the bigger movements, tapping into the subtle or mobilizing. And then we'll stabilize. Big floppy circle, like reaching towards the corners of the room with that big floppy circle. Exploring your movement possibilities today. Maybe some pockets of fire as well. Bring it to center. Lift the knees up, hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock side to side, give yourself a hug. And then lower your feet to the ground, soles of the feet onto the ground, arms to your side, palms facing down. Flowing bridges, lift your hips, reach your arms overhead, and exhale, lower your arms and lower your hips. 5 more times, own breath. Make sure you're standing on your feet. So rather than lifting from the ribs and the lower back, press down through the heels especially and lift from your sitting bones. And keep the belly and ribs soft towards the back body through the movement. Last round, hug your knees in towards your chest and either 5 rock and rolls forward and back, or you can roll to one side. And we'll make our way to crisscross seated position. Yeah, with or without hands too. Some functional core work. Let's meet. Seated position. You can always sit on a rolled blanket or a block. Let's do right shin in front. Right shin. I would just the microphone so I don't eat it. Okay, now take your right hand to the right. Reach your left arm up and lean to the right. Good. And center and the other way. Little seesaw, side to side. Wake up the side seam of your body for another 2 more times each side. No rush. Yeah, and you can even bend the elbow towards the ground. And we'll bring it to center and changing the other shin in front. Interlace the hands behind your head. And we'll do that breath. First, we'll do the movement of turning to one side. 1, 2, and then 1, 1. So you'll pulse 2 times. 1, 2, and then 1, 1, pulse the same side. And if you want, you can add the breath. Exhaling. As fast or slow as you like. Good couple of rounds. And if this does not feel good to you, feel free to breathe at your own rhythm. One more time. And we'll meet center, release. Pause and notice that internal yoga buzz you created as you land your hands and root your sitting bones down, press down and lift. And exhale, walk your hands forward a little or a lot. Relax your head. Bowing in self-acknowledgement to wherever you are right here, right now. And slowly walk the hands back. One more time, crossing the other shin in front. Place the hands down, lift and lengthen the spine, and exhale, you can fold, walk the hands forward. Maintain length through the sides of your body. Slowly walk your hands back and hands and knees. All fours for prepping of the wrists. Yay. So let's prep the wrist first by finding our tiger's paws. First, let's find tiger's paws. Yeah. So we're rolling through the hands. We're inviting in a sense of resiliency. You can even think of like your hands touching the earth, kissing the earth rather, and then change. You can slow it down. The angle at which you place your hand. Soften your eyeballs. Yeah, so you're like lingering at one angle. And doing internal rotation as well. You may find the tiger's paws might not be as accessible as you rotate in. But it's a nice reminder to be gentle with yourself. And we'll meet with the fingertips forward the normal way. Flip onto the back of your hands, but fingertips start closer towards your knees. This will be less intense here. Less intense. Still intense, but less intense. Shoulders from the ears, and then make fists. Squeezing your hands, closing your hands, and opening. Oh, yeah. For a little bit more intensity, you could walk your hands forward. If that's your jam today. 3 more times. Slowly releasing and make your way onto your hands and knees. Again, find your tiger's paws side to side. And now cat-cows. Cat-cow is a little bit different way. As you allow the spine to melt towards the ground, let your head drop, shoulders from your ears. Create a little bit more space in the back of the neck. And as you exhale, round and lift the back of the skull slightly. And melt the spine, drop your head. Don't worry. Anything to it is more rounds. Rhythm of your own breath. And rounding, lifting the back of the skull. Noticing what it feels like to do something a little bit differently. Just to keep things interesting and balanced. And then move in any way that feels good to you. Side to side. We'll do a variation of puppy dog pose. Walk your hands forward and wider than your shoulders. So about as wide as the mat. So we're opening up more of the half moon of our armpit here. Keep the thigh bones straight up and down. Keep the arms active. So lift the forearms, lift the armpits, melt your heart, and head is about in line with your biceps here. And breathe. And you could curl the toes under if that feels better for you. Dropping the tailbone, softening the base of the ribs upward. Lengthen through the sides of your body. Now keep your left hand where it is and place your right hand on top of your left hand. Right hand on top. And then shift your shoulders maybe to the left. So you may introduce more of a stretch on the right side of your body or the outer right armpit. And slowly releasing. Now right hand to right corner, left hand on top. Keep the thigh bones straight up and down, and you can even lean more to the right or to whatever direction helps you find an interesting place. Breathe into that place for another 3, 2, and 1. Both hands to center. Walk the hands all the way back until you're standing on your knees. It's a little bit more strengthening for our glutes and stretch to the front of the thighs. Reach the arms up. Inhale and exhale. Right elbow underneath the left. Now tone the bottom fibers of your glutes and bring your pubic bone more forward, your tailbone more forward as you lean back into space. Good, and push yourself back on up. Reach the arms up, maybe a little clap at the top, and then left elbow underneath, and lean back. Good, inhale, one movement, up. Yeah, clap, and lean back, right elbow underneath, and keep alternating. Inhaling, yeah, wakes up the hands, and back. We'll do one more time each side, and back, and up. One more time, and back. Let's meet with right elbow underneath, and have a seat on your heels. Lift the back of the heart and exhale, round inward. 2 times, circle around, making circles with your elbows. Allow your chin to follow the direction of your elbows. Again, frame up the wings. And we'll meet standing on the knees, lift up, and left elbow underneath, and have a seat. Lift the back of the heart, exhale, round inward. 3, or rather 2 circles each direction. Hanging out in the interesting places. Standing on your knees, 1 last clap, and then bring it to your heart. Bring the clap to your heart. Hands to the thighs, sliding it forward all the way onto your elbows, onto your belly. Sphinx pose. Bring your palms together, elbows below your shoulders, and then press the karate chop side of your hand down, and then inner wrist down, elbows down. So you're gonna press down and then energetically pull back. So you press down, pull back, broaden through the collarbones, and press all 10 toes into the ground. Belly and ribs in, back of the neck long for 3, 2, and 1. A little bit of shoulder prepping here. Bring your right arm to the right, turn your head to the left, and left fingertips are going to be close in towards the left side of your chest. Keep the gaze to the left, bend your left knee, and open up the hip, bringing the left foot behind you. Towards, or you can roll your hips without bending that top knee. And stay here for a couple of cycles of breath, sliding your left hand closer in towards the left side of your chest. For another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing and switching sides. Left arm to the left, gaze to the right. Right fingertips close to your right side of your chest, rolling your hips to the left, or you could bend the top knee and reach back. So bending the top knee is a little bit more intense. You can simply roll the hips. And this side might be different. Meet yourself where you are here. You can let your head rest on the ground, left side of your head for 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Bring it to center, forehead to the ground, and hands now below your shoulders, and hug the elbows in. Lift your shoulders. Bend your right knee now and open up your right hip and place the right foot behind you. And now you're gonna press yourself on up. It's almost like chaturanga. And left leg straight, right elbow to your belly. And then slowly lower it down. Right hand down and roll it on down. And we'll switch sides. Bend your left knee, open up the left hip, let it land behind you. Press yourself on up. That's kind of like a chaturanga. Left elbow to your belly. And then slowly as you can, lower down. And do that 2 more times each direction. Rhythm of your own breath. So we're getting also a nice hip stretch. And working on our functional movement of pressing ourselves up from lying on our bellies. Oh, I will escort the wind out. Now you can keep on keeping on with this, or the next time you bend your right knee, we'll take a side plank variation. So you'll sweep the hips up and keep the shoulders stacked. Surprise. And then mindfully as you can, lower down and then right hand down. And keep switching sides. So you're gonna keep your hips stacked. Hold on a second, I'll close this because I know it's banging around. It's a side plank variation. So it's going to look more, yeah, nicely nice. Fun. Yeah, and really acknowledging the postures in between the postures. Take your time to set up and pause, especially on the pushing up and the lifting and the lowering. I play around with different speeds. Like this, down, up. Yeah, slowing it down, slow motion. We're gonna have some time for slow and some time for fast today. And then we'll meet Downward facing dog. Landing in the familiar, pedal it out. Let's bring the feet wide as the mat. Now root your right hand onto the ground and reach your left hand to the right off the mat at one point. And then switch, left hand down, right hand. Finding a different point each time in which to reach. Another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your feet wide and float your shoulders forward over your wrist. Tent up onto your right fingertips and then right hand to left shoulder. Try not to have your hips dance too much. And then switch, tent up onto your left hand and then left hand to right shoulder. And do that 2 more times each side. Yeah, and soften your face. And breathe. And then we'll meet downward facing dog, hips up and back. Inhale forward into plank pose. Bring your feet together this time. Either cha-cha-cha, right foot taps off and then left, or bend the knees and plank jacks. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. Bring your feet really wide again and then sway a little bit side to side. Make it more wave-like. And walk your hands all the way back. Keep those feet wide. Bend your knees. Let that go. You are seaweed at the bottom of the sea. Let the head go. Bring it to center. And bend your knees. Press to the feet. Roll it on up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Yay, we're standing. 3 shoulder circles back. We'll stay at the back of the mat. And bring your feet in or hip width distance apart. And root down, rise up, extended mountain pose. And exhale, lean to the right. And 10 little bounces at end range here. 10 little bounces. Keep your heart spinning to the sky. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. And the other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it on up and release your arms. Sweep the arms up again. Inhale. And as you exhale, bend these slightly and step your right foot back behind you, and then left hand grabs onto right forearm and lean to the left. And then turn your heart more towards the sky. Good. And then bring the upper body up. Release your hands and slide your right foot behind your left. Take your hands to your hips, lengthen through your spine as you exhale, fold forward. And keep a softness in the back of the knees. Shift the weight in the hips a little bit more forward. The front knee will be more bent. Relax your head and breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands to your hips, shoulder blades onto your back, elbows to the sky, long spine, come all the way on up. And now uncross. And now the other foot will come behind. So make sure you're switching sides, reaching up and lean on over. Breathing here. Yeah, you can even shift the hips on over to the opposite direction of the upper body for 3, 2, and 1. Lift the upper body, bring your hands to your hips, slide the back foot a little more forward and next to the front foot. Long spine as you exhale and fold. Let your head go. Softness in the back of your knees and shifting the weight slightly forward into your toes. Relax your shoulders. Make sure you're maintaining a softness in the joints to keep the energy flowing. And bring your hands to your hips, long spine. Come all the way on up to center and dance. Uncross, shake it out, shake it out. And then we'll use our hands to mimic the movement of the feet as you walk forward and back, like this. And then back on your toes, just to make sure we're not, however way you want to coordinate. just to make sure we're not taking ourselves too seriously. A couple more times on your toes. And now your heels. Yeah, make it your own. I find a little bit trickier. It's fun to watch. Add a little bit of bounce, a little bit of rhythm, maybe a little bit of sass. A little sassy. And we'll meet at the top. I love to see everyone's variation. It's not easy though. It's not easy. And we'll meet at the top. Shake it out. And a regular Sunday to start. Feet can be together or hip width distance apart. Root down, rise up. Inhale and exhale. Folding into yourself. Halfway lift. And exhale. Place it. Hands on the ground. Step back into plank. Inhale, pause here, exhale, lower. Locust, cobra, up dog, whatever you want. And we need a couple of cycles of breath. Press your hands down and your feet down, lengthen through your spine. Inhale, lift your heels. Softness in the knees, and you can tiptoe it to the front until you reach the top. Halfway lift, long spine, and exhale, forward fold. Root down, rise up, extended, and exhale. Hands to your heart. So we'll add on a little bit. Root down, rise up, inhale, exhale, and fold. Halfway lift, inhale, and exhale. Step back into plank pose, and now you bring your feet wide. 6 times, tapping the shoulders. So you can tap only your fingertips or tap your left shoulder without too much dancing from the hips. For another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog for a moment. Plank pose, feet together in either cha-cha-cha, side to side, or 6 plank jacks. 5, 4, 3, pockets of fire, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. Plank pose, inhale, lowering down, exhale, locust, cobra, or upward facing dog, 1 breath, and then downward facing dog, exhale. About 3 cycles of breath here. Press the hands down, feet down, lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the neck. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees. Exhale, step, hop, float to the top. Halfway lift, inhale, and forward fold, exhale. Root down, rise up, extended mountain pose. And then exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, root down, rise up. Getting hot. Exhale, pull it through the heart and fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands on the ground, step back into plank pose. Bring your feet wide this time. This time, 4 tapping of the shoulder. Just 4. And downward facing dog. Hips up and back. Plank pose. Bring your feet together. 4 plank jacks or cha-cha-cha to the side. And downward facing dog, way to dance. Plank pose. Exhale and lower. Locust, cobra, up dog, and downward facing dog. Exhale, 3 cycles of breath. Press down through the inner hands as much as you do the outer hands. You can keep the knees bent if that feels good to you. Maintaining length through the spine and space for your breath. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees. Exhale, step, hop, or float to the top. Halfway lift and fold. Root down, rise up. Inhale and pull it down into your heart. 1 more round. Surrender the arms and then sweep them up. And fold. Halfway. Hands on the ground, plank pose. Bring the feet wide. Tap the shoulders just 2 times. 1 and 2. Downward facing dog. Plank. Feet together just 2 times. Plank jacks. And and downward facing dog. Plank pose, and then lower all the way down. Locust cobra or upward facing dog, whatever you need. And downward facing dog. Exhale. 3 cycles of breath here. As you press the hands down and forward, lift the outer hips up and back. And slowly lower down to your knees. Cross at your ankles and make your way onto your bottom. Some sneaky core. Lay down, hands interlaced behind your head, elbows wide. Right knee in and left knee in. Extend your right leg long, about 45-degree angle, or 2 inches off the ground. Right shoulder towards left knee. And switch. And switch. You can even keep the knees bent and just dip one toe down and the other. Meet yourself where you are. Let your head be heavy in the basket of your hands. And think more of reaching opposite bottom ribs to opposite hip. For another 5, 4, 3, eyes 2, and 1. Slowly releasing. Head down, hug your knees into your chest. Nice work. Lower your feet to the ground. Keep your knees bent. Slide your heels a little further away from your bottom. And adjust however you need for a wider base of support. Reach your arms overhead. Inhale. And then lift your fingertips up to the sky. Now peek through the window and curl up. So you might need to slide the heels further away. Or you can use the hands. Good, nice. And then make your light fist because you totally want to punch me after the core work. Pow, pow. Bring it to center. You're like, yeah, I mean it. Reach the fingertips and then roll them down like nothing happened. Reach the arms overhead. Lift them up. Curl in. So you're scooping that, yeah. And then light fist, pow, pow. And reach and expand. Yeah, like some compassionate pow pows. Lift back on up. Keep on keeping on. Curl the chin. Scoop the belly. Nice. Bend the elbows. Sound effects are welcome. And then tuck the chin. And then reach overhead. So we'll do 3 to 4 more like that. Rhythm of your own breath. Long spine at the top as you bend the elbows. And then reach. As long as you're entertained, that's all that matters. Entertain and smiling. That's what it's all about. Woo! Scooping that up. Then the elbows. I need to do better. Okay, then reach. Lower down. 1 or 2 more. I lost count. Oh, yeah. Then rotation coming from the core. Lower. I'll do 1 more because it's fun. Curl, peek through the window. 1 more. And reach. I totally see like comic book action heroes in my mind when I do that. And then hug your knees into the chest for being a little silly. But getting an awesome core workout. And then 3 times rock and roll, forward and back. Without hands, and even pat the mat as you come up. And then sweep the feet around or cross at the ankles. Feet, hands, step, hop, float it back. If you want a little push-up, or we'll meet in downward facing dog. Yeah. Lift your right leg up. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the right knee into the chest. Right foot steps forward, coming into a crescent lunge. And then exhale, hands down to the ground. And step it back into downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up. Inhale. And then exhale. Step the left foot forward. Root down, rise up. Crescent, 1 breath. And exhale, hands down. Step it back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees. Exhale, step, hop, or float to the top. Halfway lift. And fold. Root down, rise up. And exhale, pull it into your heart. Now feet either hip width distance apart or together. We'll do a chair pose, so bend the knees. Keep your hands to your heart, or you can overlap right forearm on top of left and press the 2 together, broaden through the chest, belly and ribs in, and a little cha-cha-cha side to side. tapping. Tap into the side, and you could make it a little bit more to the side, or a little bit slower, whatever you need for 4, 3, try to keep the chest center, 2, and 1. Chair pose will meet, separate your arms, these funny, funky cactus arms, fingertips down and up for 4, nothing normal here, 3, 2, and 1, fingertips up, and then stand tall, maybe a little back bend, palms touch, and exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back, plank. Lower down. Cobra, up dog, or locust. They're all great options. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up. Right foot forward, crescent lunge. Root down, rise up. Hands to your heart. Shift the weight into your right foot. Hug left knee in towards your chest. As many steps as you need. Use your core to lift up. Then expand. Sweep the arms to the side. Karate Kid. Extend the left leg. Slow motion. Bend the left knee. Hands to your heart. And step it back. Let's do that 3 more times. We will dance. Hands to heart. And then expand. And bring it in. And step it back. 2 more. Hands to heart. Expand, spread your wings. And back. 1 more time. Hands to heart. Little weeble wobble. All good to dance. Nice. And back. And then hands to your heart. Step it back. Down dog or high low push up. Whatever you need. We will meet. Down dog. Left leg lifts up. Inhale. Left foot forward, exhale. Crescent lunge, inhale, reconnect to your breath. Hands to your heart. Shift the weight into your left leg. You can even do a toe tap in between. Expand. And hands to your heart. And step it back. I'm going to switch direction. Again, hands to the heart. Left foot press down. Right leg expands forward. In. And bring it back. About 2 more times. You can bend the right knee as you step it back. Get a little bit more lungy and springy. Reach in and back as fast or slow as you need. And we'll meet. Lunge and hands down. Downward facing dog. Or take a high to low push up. Nice. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, exhale. Step, hop, or float to the top. Halfway lift, forward fold. Root down, rise up, extended mountain pose. Bring it to your heart. Left forearm on top. Bend your knees, finding your chair pose. Again, option, cha-cha-cha, side to side, as fast or slow as you like. Or like a little speed skater. Okay, this is not how skaters really skate, but you can imagine. A little funky dancing frog. For another 4, 3, right? 2, okay, good. And 1, let's land in a normal chair pose. Oh, down, forward fold. Let it go, halfway lift, inhale, and exhale, step it back. Down dog or high to low push up, whatever you need. Cobra up dog, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up, inhale. Right foot forward, something similar. Root down, rise up. Do what you did before, a little bit more fast twitch. 1 big kick, and then step it back, inhale. Exhale. You could add the boxing arms too if you like. And the sound effects. Think of your favorite comic book hero, your favorite superhero. Or just, you know, can't go wrong with a old school Ralph Macchio. And 1 more. You add the arms. High lunge. Down dog or high to low push up. Way to play. Cobra up dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, left foot forward. crescent again, slow or fast kicking crane, whatever arms you want. You can keep the arms up Karate Kid style the whole time. Play with that, why not? I actually just watched the last fight scene like 10 times yesterday. I was like, it's so good. And last one, and lower down. It may or may not have been to inspiration for this class today. Had a little push-up, down dog, we will meet. Woo, child's pose. Whatever variation you like, well deserved. Woohoo, rock your forehead side to side if that feels good. Way to play. So grab a book if you're at home, if you don't have a block. I'm gonna pass around blocks and we'll make our way onto our bottoms. We'll do a bridge variation. Yay, the crowd goes wild. Going on our backs. A little time to pause and feel the effects of all our efforts. So have the block nearby. If you like, you go right into supported bridge. Eventually we'll go into supported bridge. But for now, we'll go into bridge with robot arms. We can still have karate chop-like hands here. Press the elbows down, roll the collarbones open, shoulders down to the ground, and then press the elbows down, shoulders down, press your feet down, especially your heels, and lift your hips on up. Bring your feet a little closer in towards each other. Press to your left heel a little bit more and hug your right knee into your chest. Press to your left heel, lift your left sitting bone higher, and extend your right leg up to the sky for 3, 2, 1. Bend your right knee, right foot to the ground, and lower the hips. Press the feet down, lift on up. So your feet might need to be slightly more narrow. Left knee in, extend the left leg and press through the right heel. Lift your right sitting bone even higher for 3, 2, and 1. Bend the left knee and lower the hips. Nice, okay. Restorative pose if you want. Grab onto the block, lift your hips enough to slide the block medium side or tall side underneath your sacrum. Underneath your sacrum. And then you can keep those robot arms if you want, or allow the arms to relax by the sides. Couple cycles of breath. Let your pelvis be heavy and adjust the block as much as you need to find a comfortable variation to settle into yourself. Now you can stay here or bring your feet closer together, right knee in towards your chest, and you may need to slide the block closer up towards your shoulders. Left knee in, stay here, extend both legs up to the sky. This is a supported variation of shoulder stand, relaxing the base of your neck and your skull. A couple more good cycles of breath. Another 3, 2, and 1. Bending the knees, right foot down, left foot down. Press to the feet, lift the hips enough to slide the block from underneath. Reach and extend your legs forward. Bring your feet slightly wider than your hips. Sweep your arms overhead. Lift your fingertips to the sky and then peek through the window. Roll it on up, reaching your sitting bones to your heels. Lift the arms up to the sky and release your hands by your hips. We'll do a little bit of rolling here. Bring your feet inner hip width distance apart. Reach your arms overhead again, and then rolling it down, arms overhead. Your feet probably won't touch. It's okay if they don't, only to the shoulders. And then roll it up again. Lower the feet, lift the heel, lift the arms, and then round it forward or lengthen it forward. And then stack the spine, lift up, and then tuck the tailbone, roll it down. Sweep the legs over, and then do the opposite. As the heels land, the heart lifts. Yeah, and fold. Do that 3 more times, rhythm of your own breath. So you can take this time stacking the spine, and then reach your sitting bones to your heels, Arms overhead as you sweep the legs towards the back, rolling it down, lifting up, and relaxing, folding forward. 2 more times, stacking the spine, rolling it down, arms overhead, sweep the legs. Yeah, explore. 1 more time, rolling it down, bending your knees if you need. And we'll meet folding forward. A couple cycles of breath here. Relax the shoulders. And slowly releasing, stacking the spine. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Grab onto your ankles. Hug your elbows close to the sides of your body for this variation. And then pull your ankles in as you lift and lengthen the lower spine. And then exhale, you can fold forward, relax your head. Press the 4 corners of your feet together and then lengthen your knees away from your pelvis. So this is already considered a forward fold here, to press the 4 corners of the feet together and then lengthen the knees away. Yeah, you're literally standing on your own feet. Press them together, stay here, you can hinge forward. You can round inward a little bit for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing. And now feet as wide as the mat. Windshield wiper side to side. Knees fall to the right. Knees fall to the right, left hand to left ankle. Slide your left foot closer in towards your bottom. So it'll look more like this. And on the top of the foot, best you can, on the top of the foot. Now turn to the right and lower down to your forearms. And shoulders away from your ears. Okay, and then softening belly and ribs more towards the right. Yeah, so you're gonna soften, yeah, to the right. Nice. And breathe and process and allow yourself to unravel any unnecessary tension in the spine, in your mind. Mindfully as you can, slowly releasing. Oh yeah, slide your left foot further away from you, inner edge of the foot, hands by your side, and roll it to the other side. Hold on to your right foot and bring the right heel closer in towards your seat, top of the right foot, and then turn to your left. Yeah, we're on the left. Come on to your elbows if that's fair and friendly for you. And don't forget about your right hip. Turn your right frontal hip point to your left knee. Yeah, so don't leave this guy, this part of your body behind. Allow there to be like an internal rotation. Yeah, nice. So that the rotation starts from the right hip turning to the left, and then the rest of the spine will follow. Nice. Shoulders away from your ears. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing. Bring it to center. And extend your legs out wide, not the widest that they can go, a little bit less. Take your bum flesh out from underneath you and slide it back to get more rooted into the sitting bones. Hands by your hips, press your hands down, lift and lengthen. And now hug your inner knees energetically in towards each other. Yeah, so your feet aren't dumping to the side, like hug them in. All right, now press down to the thigh bones, belly and ribs in. This is already a forward fold. Stay here, or you can walk your hands a little bit more forward. Half circles around. Right, you might feel like you need to stay here and get nice and grounded, get nice and long through the leg bones and the spine and the sides of your body. Or you may feel like you need to ease your way with spidey hands into your inner thighs for another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing, softening your knees. You have the option to lean back and bend your knees in, or take your hands to your inner knees for a little extra help. Lean back and pull up. Oh yeah, I like that. Coming out variation. Onto your backs. Any pose you feel like you need. So simple supine twist. A happy baby. A half happy baby. Try not to think about it too much and go to where your body wants to go.
Your camera's off, hi Bracha.
Yeah. I noticed the battery was a little low. Thank you. And let's meet in your resting pose. That can include lying on your belly in crocodile pose. Maybe trying a slight different variation of your familiar resting pose, taking up more space if that's something new for you, or maybe something more contained. But find a shape that feels like home for you today, not the variation you think you should be doing, but what you need. Give the weight of your body to the ground. Soften from the inside out. Explore letting go a little bit more at a time with each out breath. Maybe even a couple rounds of I am energized, I am invigorated on the in-breath. And I am nourished on the out-breath. With each inhale, feeling your body rise up to the top of the wave, the top of the in-breath, the top of the wave. And with each out-breath, I am nourished. Allow your body to sink more deeply into the ground. Anytime making any micro or macro adjustments, more deeply into yourself. Allow the bones of your face to be heavy to the back of your skull. Inviting more space in between top and bottom teeth. Have another 10 full cycles of being breathed by your breath. No longer controlling your breath. And slowly begin to deepen your breath, bringing movement back to your fingers and your toes. Gently turning your head side to side. And with awareness, bending your knees. Hugging each one into your chest with your arms. Give yourself a big hug of gratitude for investing this time on your mat. Roll on over to your favorite side today. And we'll make our way to a comfortable seated position. Eyes can be closed or soft gaze, hands on top of your heart, and think of one thing in your life that you are grateful for, no matter how big or small. We'll end together, one cleansing breath. First, empty out all the air from your lungs. Inhale through your nose, fill on up. And exhale, ha. And as always, gratitude for practicing together. May it all be a benefit to us and everybody else around us. Namaste. Way to play. Yay, ladies. Way to practice together in person.